Okay, welcome to BIS channel. In this video lecture we are going to discuss ETL in detail. So before that we have to discuss some requirements of ETL. So first one is the its business needs. Okay, so on data warehouse user information is required, then compliance, then data quality, then security, then data integrity, data latency, archiving and lineage, then user delivery interfaces, then available skills and legacy license. Okay, so those are the requirements. Okay, so next, ETL system is nothing but combination of 34 subsystems. Okay, according to industry acronym, ETL process has following component. ETL is nothing but extract, transform and load. So first component is extracting, means gathering raw data from source system. Okay, it includes subsystem 1 to 3. Next component, cleaning and confirming process. Confirming, so in that, processing extracted data through series of steps, and it having subsystem 4 to 8. Then delivering. Okay, next component, it's nothing but loading data into presentation server's target. So for that purpose we have to use subsystem 9 to 21. Then last component is managing, so managing related subsystem and processes of ETL. So it includes subsystem 22 to 34. So you have to discuss one by one. So first, extracting data, it include three subsystem. First one is the data profiling. It's nothing but a technical analysis of data to describe its content, consistency and structure. Example is select distinct, one of the query. It's nothing but data profiling. Next, change data capture system, second subsystem. So it's nothing but transfer data that has been changed since the last load. So there are different ways to capture that change. So first one is the you have to audit the column, second you have to time extract, next full defer compare method, next database log scraping, then message queue monitoring. So there are different ways of capturing that change data. So last subsystem is nothing but extract subsystem. It's a fundamental part of ETL architecture. Okay, so this is nothing but you have to use different things and you can capture data here. So first one is the extracting data, means you can extract data from variety of, okay, this is RDBMS1, RDBMS2, XML, then HTML, and you have to extract data and store here. Okay, so next component is nothing but cleaning and confirming data. So in that, adding value data before loading and also create metadata used to diagnosis what's wrong in source. Okay, so this is main agenda regarding that component, means cleaning and confirming data. Here subsystem 4, it's nothing but data cleaning system. It fixes dirty data and measuring data quality. Okay, so it provides a specific description of data errors expected to find in ETL. So you have to use different filters. So data quality filter, name as a quality screen, and responding to quality events. Okay, so fifth subsystem, error event schema. Okay, is a centralized dimension schema which records every error thrown by a quality screen, means previous process, anywhere in the ETL pipeline. So this is error event fact table. There are different error event dates. Okay, primary keys you have to mention and you can capture here. So that subsystem is nothing but error event schema. So next one is the sixth subsystem, audit dimension assembler. Okay, it's a special dimension table attached to ETL and backroom architecture. It contains metadata context for fact tables. Okay, so this is example of ETL transaction rolled up to company ATM snapshot schema. Okay, so next 7 subsystem, it's nothing but deduplication system. It's nothing but integration and matching of identical data values in existing dimension table. Okay, based on that you have to make decision on the data to be survived. Then next subsystem, it's regarding conforming system. So in that subsystem it creates and maintain the confirmed dimensions as well as facts. Okay, so this is the one example, staging process presentation. So you have to collect data from order transition, inventory snapshot, payment transition, then data acquisition from for 3NF data warehouse, then normalized data warehouse, then upload data for dimension, that is data mart, and based on that you have to pass that data. So sales mart, marketing mart, finance mart. Okay, so next, third component, delivering data for presentation. Okay, it transforms data to build dimension rows for loading into the target presentation table. So first subsystem of that, it's nothing but slowly changing dimension manager. Okay, so role of that manager like that, it handles dimension attribute value that had changed from the value already stored in a data warehouse. So this is simple example, and there are different types, means you have to take different action on slowly changing dimension. So first type is a override, means simply overwrite one or more attribute in an existing dimension row when SCD captures change data. Okay, example is update query. Create a new row, means it copies previous version of dimension row and create a new dimension row when SCD detects strong change in the data, means calendar date. Next, add a new column, means it add new column into dimension table and force to push values from old column. Okay, so this is the different actions, and last one is the hybrid type. It's combination of type 2 and type 3. So next one is the subsystem 10. It's use surrogate key generator. Okay, so generate surrogate key independent of every dimension. So it is meaningless key like an integer serves as a primary key for dimension row. 11th subsystem, hierarchy manager. It helps to populate hierarchy attributes properly in dimension table. Then 12th one is the spatial dimension manager. It handles spatial dimension design in organization. So there are different dimensions: date time dimension, user maintain dimension, junk dimension, mini dimensional. Okay, small static dimension, variety of dimensions. So third one is the fact table builder, means subsystem 13. It's nothing but fact table builder. It is responsible for building transaction grants, periodic snapshots, and accumulating snapshot effectively in ETL. It helps to maintain a referential integrity with associated dimension table. Okay, means foreign key concept. Then surrogate key pipeline. So it's nothing but process the fact table record to replace operational natural keys with dimension keys. So that replacement done by the surrogate key pipeline. Next one is the multi-valued dimensions bridge table builder. So the role of that subsystem is it helps to maintain multiple vaults in a fact table with respect to dimension table via bridge table. Then next subsystem, late arriving data handler. Okay, it handles delayed fact records. Okay, the next subsystem is nothing but dimension manager system. So it prepares and publish confirmed dimensions to data warehouse. Okay, so responsibility like that: implement the common descriptive label by the data steward, then add new row for to confirmation dimension, add new row to existing dimension entries, modify row, update the versions and replace the revised dimension to all fact tables. Then system subsystem 18, fact provider system. It owns one and more fact tables and is responsible for creating, maintenance and use. Okay, next one is the aggregate builder. It maintains the aggregate fact table rows and strengthens the dimension table where needed by the aggregate fact tables. Then OLAP cube builder, it presents dimension data in an intuitive way and enables analytical users to slice and dice data. Subsystem 21, it's nothing but data propagation manager, transforms confirm and integrated enterprise data from data warehouse presentation server to the environment for the special purposes. Next one is the managing the ETL environment. Okay, so ETL subsystem goals is to be built the reputation for the providing timely, consistent and reliable data to empower the businesses. So following criteria: first one is the reliability, then availability, then manageability. Reliability means data provision on timely basis, then data should be available all the time, then managing changeable data. Okay, then job scheduler. Okay, so first system is the 22 system schedule and control ETL process jobs. It needs to recognize when file is ready to be processed. The job control services needed includes job defining, job scheduling, metadata captures, logging, then notifications. Okay, then next subsystem is nothing but backup server, then recovery and restart server. Next, version control system, version migration system, workflow manager, then sorting system, then lineage and dependency analyzer. Next one is the problem escalation system, then parallelizing pipelining system, security system, compliance manager, and at the end metadata repository manager. Okay, thank you. This is end of ETL system.